hello, hello. Welcome to another installment of the Lions Club. Now I know what y'all thinking. Damn, D, it's 30 minutes, it's 6:30. Now listen, y'all. You cannot rush greatness. Cause every time we trying to take this to a different level, we be having issues, and that's okay. Because if you ain't got problems in life, then you ain't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? But we here today, and y'all still gonna get y'all time. Um, so I appreciate y'all being patient with me, but like I said, greatness takes time. So I love y'all. So if y'all here, I'm sorry, but we here now. Um, you already know it's your host DLC. If it ain't a vibe, we ain't going live. When I say this is a very, very special episode, man, like it is. Like this man has blessed me. Like I'm so grateful that we were able to cross paths and find each other. Um, coming all the way from the Philippines, man. We in St. Louis, Missouri. A 16-hour time difference, baby. That's how deep it is, man. Um, I'ma just say I'm gonna just get into it, man. This guy, he's a 21-year-old freelancer. He is currently in his third year of college. He's already taken on this lovely Valentine's Day. Sorry, ladies. He is very optimistic, a jolly type of person, mostly alone and reading books that are nonfiction. And lastly, he's the only child. We got to give it up for my boy. And I'm so sorry if I botched the game, even though we done went over it about 15 times already. Matthew Abaji. Did I mess it up again? I am so sorry. Hold on. My boy.
Hello, everyone.
We clapping it up for you, man. Can you say it right so the people can know?
What is it again?
Say your last name so the people can know it correctly again. Your full name.
Oh, you want me to introduce myself?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Um, Hello, everyone. The pronunciation of my last name is Matthew. It's Abogadie.
Abogadie.
So it's like definitely in like the part of the other side because the Philippines is has many islands. I think the most popular in it is the Boracay. Throughout the entire country, I think. So technically, Boracay is like around probably 5 hours of drive here using either a car. But if you use a motorcycle, when you ride it, it's like around 2 hours, I guess, to 3 hours. Yeah, so yeah. And um, I'm just gonna say that most like right now here it's hot and it's morning. It's around 4. No, it's wrong. It's 8:36 a.m. here. So yeah.
Yo, man, I just want to say thank you, Matthew, for taking the time out and being on the show today, man. I greatly appreciate it.
What was it again?
I said I greatly appreciate you taking the time being on the show today.
Of course, man. Like I have this weird visualization that I want to help podcast podcast people, and this is why I chose freelancing because to be honest, like you can work free time, like there's no other way like you're gonna work on an 8 hour job or 6 hours. It's like you can do anything that you want, and but the most important thing is that you need to give the clients what they want. It's like, for example, right, this podcast. So this type of podcast, the TLC wants to grow. So this is why I like this kind of stuff because podcast is like a one-on-one talk. It's more of a way on who you really are instead of that recording yourself and then you post it, because in here we can like say whatever we want and what kind of opinions and perspective that we can do. So I'm looking forward to making the Maris Cooks channel grow, and I wonder I'm gonna like have fun and experience with him, like the way that our connection, as not just as for me, he's not just as a client, he's like a friend, like a brother to look up to. And
Oh,
you
snap.
have that kind of weird connection where like like you're the observant of this earth, and for some reason you have like a mission to fulfill, you have desire, you have goals. So yeah, like that.
That was beautiful, man. That was beautiful. Um,
So,
so my first question is, how did you stumble upon the Lions Club to begin with? Let the people know.
are you talking about my college life right now?
No, I'm
Because
I'm
the
asking.
mic is still kind of a bit of fuzzy, man. Okay. So basically, right now, after the pandemic, like it's basically online and online slash face to face. But right now, it's more of complicated because I think in the past few years, it's like the school is probably the schedule of a school is like straight 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. And it's like pain in the A. But right now it's more of a chill type of vibes that, like, for example, within the day you don't have any class in the afternoons or in the mornings, so you only have an hour. But my problem, our problem as a college is that is our tuition. Our tuitioner is climbing, always climbing. But maybe because of my course. So yeah, like DMIA. So my course, by the way, is Digital Media and Interactive Arts. It's more on film and animation. So like you can pick specifically what you really want. Either you can become an animator, you can like go into um companies, you can apply into filmmaking, you can as well go apply as a storyboarding writer or a writer. It usually depends on what you really want, because most likely my classmates will be like a film maker, video editor. I think most of them will be like that. So yeah, like to be honest, I choose this freelancing because when I graduate, I do want to make an agency like that, not just to help Demaris cook. I want to help also other growing podcasts so that like they can have their audience to interact with. They can like tell them facts, stories. So yeah.
Wow. So, was there anything else that you wanted to go to college for other than video editing?
Oh, so in video editing, can you repeat that again?
Is that the main reason why you went to college?
Oh, okay. So the reason why I video edit is to be honest, I guess for in the past, I think I was in ninth grade or 10th grade. I usually do a lot of editing, some seriously poor editing stuff. But my plan was to join the military in college, but of course the pandemic happened. I don't have any choice, and video editing was like the second option that I think, yeah, I think so, because right now, like in times of business, freelancing is like at the top, but it seriously is a mentality challenge, because as Filipinos, when you join freelancing for the first time, I think the mindset goes in, like this was literally my mindset for the last year. It was like in the first stage, you're like hyped because you can work anywhere. Yeah, like that. But then suddenly you're gonna look for clients. Oh my god, how can I look clients? Like, oh, this sucks. Like 2 weeks. I think like my first client last year was like I gave him like 3 videos because I joined the community. I love joining other communities as well, especially the freelancing stuff. Like they say, if your first time, do it for free until like you can improve it. Well, I did join. That I did partake, but like I worked for like 3 weeks to 4 weeks.
Oh man.
But it's not like work that is like see, not like that. It's like I added him some shorts, some videos. Like I gotta at least improve my skills. So yeah, that's a good thing. And the stage two is like a freelancing mentality. It's like, oh shoot, I'm gonna have to deal with this. I'm gonna have to deal with that. You're gonna be like, what I'm gonna do? It's like don't have like any reason to do it. Like it's overrated. Your motivation is like leveling low and low until you get into the stage which is like the valley of despair. We call that like the valley of despair. Is like am I gonna give up or I'm gonna moving on or continue it. So it's like I'm in that stage because like but I have that feeling I have that like the weird spark that don't give up, just do it like that. So sometimes I would take breaks because freelancing is like a mental game, man. It's like you're not sure and how can you be able to grow with your client because most of them like like Demaris Cook has his own goals. I realized for a fact that I need someone with have goals because if someone is just probably using you and you don't exactly know what the client's goal is, more likely you're just gonna burn out from your motivation and yeah, you're just gonna procrastinate in whatever you're gonna do like that.
Oh, most definitely. Question from the chat: what countries do you work with besides home in the USA?
Oh, in times of my working, so my routine, okay, I'm just gonna say my routine. So my morning routine, I would just meditate, relax, probably read books for like 25 minutes and drink some coffee. And then if I have class, of course, that's gonna be canceled. It's gonna be afternoons. In the afternoons, if I have like free time, I would research on how will you be able to grow with your clients, with what his goals. And at the evenings, that is the time I really like work. It's like my routine is around 3, probably from 7 to 10 p.m. That's like nighttime. That's like my working hour because if I work in the mornings, I'm not really used in the temperature in here because in the morning, the Philippines is severely hot and as of now, I can't really understand what is the weather because the weather in here is getting weird because it is February and it's supposed to be like kind of bit of a rainy season kind of month, but right now it doesn't rain. It's just full of clouds. It's just cloudy. So yeah, some of the people here are just adjusting as well. So so yeah, it's definitely weird. The weather is now it's getting weird. So yeah.
Another question from the chat: do you work with any subject matter, or do you choose certain subjects like comic, music, documentaries?
So is it do I work right now?
No.
Is that the question?
Do you work with any subject matter?
Oh, do I work with any other people like that?
No, like your subjects. Like, are you on focused?
Yeah. Um, as of now, I don't really. I think Demar is the only client right now because like we've talked about this. Like I'm focusing on
Can't
how
get into that.
like how can I grow a podcast because podcast management is like my goal. So like there is a pattern like for this. In stage one, it's called the growth. So how will you be able to grow that podcast? The stage two is probably how will you manage if the podcast have grown? Like, will there be any sponsors? Will how can you like partake guests to other people? Like you can interact with them. Like how will you be able to make like the podcast engaging towards the other people? Like towards organic views. When you say organic views, it's definitely not bots because most of the people would rather pay bots so that they can grow and then it's like fake. So yeah, it is supposed to be organic because that's what you want. You really want the real people because if it is not the real people, then what was the purpose and why do you want to make the podcast? Like for some reason that's weird because you know for a fact if it is fake, then you know it will not stay. So yeah, most for example, can we talk about can we talk about Logan?
All right, go ahead. Go talk. Let's talk about it. What you
Okay.
want to say?
Like Logan Paul, he has an issue, and that issue like really affects his podcast. And the other podcaster, I forgot what's his name, like the beard guy.
George.
What?
George.
Yeah, George. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like you can observe like you can observe like these people like yeah, George has a goal, and that is supposed to be what a podcast needs to be. But it depends, you usually have different niche. Like you can definitely talk about your like different stories. Maybe you can talk about the book, about the learnings, what you can do, and also you can definitely do a lot of promotion. You don't just post in YouTube, you can do TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, I think Rumble as well. Like there are any like I think in other countries, I guess so, because like this is the weird thing, Demaris, okay? Like the China controls their own algorithm and stuff. So like they don't have YouTube. I don't know if you have like ever watched a short from like he's American but like he knows how to speak Chinese fluently. So like holy cow, like you're going to be amazed. I forgot his name though.
I think
I'm
I
just
seen that.
gonna
I seen
uh
dude.
what?
I know who you talking about.
Oh, you know, oh, can you say that again?
I said I know who you talking about.
Oh yeah, there. Excuse me. I've got a bit of a sore throat going on. So yeah, like in different countries, they have their own social media platforms, but that's the thing. Like it's very mysterious in how does a social media algorithm works because everything that you scroll through, it's like random, random, random. So like it's a dopamine. So it's like the cycle of how everything comes into us. So unfortunately we can't control it. The only thing we can do is to be aware of it because for example, if I watch something, like the algorithm tries to figure it out on what you love, it doesn't feed you the right things. It just feeds you on the things that you love. So it's the dopamine for literally. So that's why most of the people in like right now are addicted towards using Facebook, using the social media platforms because like these big companies, they really seriously study on this. They want to hire big people because it's as if they want them to stay. So yeah, about that Andrew Tate stuff, sometimes he says the truth. So yeah, I'm just going to say that, you know, I'd rather be more aware and be control of what's around me and be like that type of person instead of believing on what's inside of this thing, because at the end of the day, can you say this is a phone? Right there. Yeah, right there. Because at the end of the day, it's like it's reality. Like reality must be based on what you do. So yeah, just be seriously conscious and awareness towards yourself. But I could probably say to a younger version of myself is just I think you should take care of yourself first before you go into like jobs, like superiorly jobs that are kind of bit of difficult. It doesn't make any sense. You need to take care of yourself because at the end of the day, that's what's like matters the most. Definitely, yeah.
Absolutely. So, how did you find the Lions Club?
Can you say that again?
How did you find the Lions Club? How did you find my content?
What do you want? What shall I want in my life? Goal?
How did you find the content?
Can you just okay, Damaris? Can you just send me a message? I think that should be better,
I got you.
so
That'll
that
work.
like I can much more understand and I can much more explain to the audience. So yeah, sorry about this, guys. Kind of bit of when I'm hearing the Maris, it's fuzzy, it's blurry. So like it's better. Like how did you buy? To be honest, well, the strategies on as a freelancer is basically join communities. I'm gonna tell you my secret about this. Join communities and then like participate towards them, because the Lions Club is like I only research this because I'm scrolling and I'm scrolling, and I was like, wow, this is just a beginning. I assume that this is a beginning podcast, but it started last year. So I was like, I'm gonna message them. So everything seriously comes into how will you be able to interact with a client. For example, it usually depends on what service you want. Freelancing isn't that just video editing. It's you can be a web designer, you can be like a social media manager. Like freelancing can be anything that you want. The important thing is that you solve problems. That's the important thing above all. Freelancing is to solve problems, especially in the digital multimedia. You don't like have to go to other countries. Just have important thing is that you have the internet. So yeah.
Okay. We sent in another question.
Okay. Damaris asked me how long does it take you to edit a video? Like it depends, man. So if it is a short video and it does need a lot of assets, when I say assets, like short clips, for example, me and Damaris are talking right now, and then you saw something like glimpse of either that's a graphic art or like a scene where someone is like doing stuff what we are talking. So it's like you're relating into that. It probably will take me around 3 to 4 hours in one video. So yeah, but it depends on the niche, because this is the weird thing. Like niche is probably unimportant also, because when you edit a video, man, it like stresses the hell out of you because on how you're gonna repeat it again. So it's like that. So I don't really want to edit long videos. For example, if you want me to edit like 10 to 15 vids, and then like it does take a week for me, 10 to 15 because you're gonna put some assets, you want like the audience to stay in the video if it is long. So if it is super long, I don't want to edit too much because like that drains my motivation. And so yeah, I choose shorts because to be honest, like shorts is probably for me as an editor, I think shorts is probably the easy way, but at the same time, it takes time because like the assets are for me are the most like P in the A, P in the A man. Like when you edit a video, especially if it is short, as if for me, like I'm in visualizing on what kind of things should I put, and then I would do that. But the limit that I have is I really can't get the asset that I want. For example, a man holds a hand with a other woman, and then of course you want to search that asset, you want to search that clip, and for some reason the only thing that you can see is either animals, or for other random reasons it's like you don't get the thing that you really want. It's like it stresses the f out of you, but like you don't have a choice right now. So like right now, like I understand now that you have to like lower your visualizations because if you don't, like it'll click that stress out of you. So yeah,
Okay. Next question coming through.
you stay. How do you stay up on it? So how? Um, To be honest, I not really into that like scrolling type of person, but as I have seen in other podcasts, their ways is like the virality of the video really depends on what is the story. Is it factful? Is it like wrong? Is it right? I think you already know who Andrew Tate is because like Andrew Tate's strategy is to piss you off. Like
Facts. Facts.
most most of you guys are like, what the hell is this guy even talking about? Until when you watch his podcast, like you're gonna understand it because some of the video editors, this is what pisses me off. Some of the video editors like cut stories about Andrew Tate's while Andrew Tate is telling a story. It's like it pisses you off because some the rigidity of how they edit is just too much, and the attention that it gets you, it's like seriously. So I'm gonna tell you this one, like I tried to build a channel about Andrew Tate and only shorts, and there was like a new channel. The algorithm seriously deletes it. It's like it knows that there's a chance that this video is gonna go viral. They're gonna delete it. Like I did an edit for this. Like yeah, I search a podcast and then I re-edit it for some about 3 hours to 4 hours. The video like hits 5K views. It's like climbing. But after that 5 hours, automatically it deletes it. And for some reason, the YouTube says that like it's not about a violation. It's just they don't. It's like explains only that deleting this video is blah blah blah. It's the explanation. It doesn't really give you a specific one.
They hating. That's what it is. They hating. Hold on.
Yeah.
I got another question for you. Hold on. This is about your culture. Hold on 1 second.
Hey man, I think you can tell them to what you're gonna say and then you can message me. I think that's okay.
I got you. What do you enjoy most
What do
about
you
Filipino culture?
okay. To be honest, I think I would enjoy like spending time with my family, but because as 20s and 21-year-old, I'm like awakened towards what my goal is. And now like I understand that if a goal is gonna happen, like you have to be truly present to what's going on. Like right now, you have to appreciate before it's gonna happen, because at the end of the day, those are just memories and stuff. I mean, at the end of the day, those are just probably feelings, but memories, like it's the important thing, man. Like memories and the process and how did you do it, how was it, because it's like rinse and repeat. So yeah.
Oh, but for sure. What are some traditional Filipino dishes or foods that you enjoy?
To be honest, I think you could have guessed it, because it's fried chicken, man. Most people here.
I was not gonna
Like,
guess that.
I don't want to be racist, but this
No,
is
you
just a joke.
not. You
The
not.
black
That's
people have like the same vibes as the Filipino people in here. Like chicken joy. Jollibee, yeah, that's the thing. I don't know if there is Jollibee in there,
no. It's
but yeah,
Jollibee in some
like
states.
Jollibee, like the crispy stuff. So yeah.
Wow, I straight love that. I love that, Matthew. I love that. Hold on.
Yeah, man, I love it too.
Hold on.
Ah.
Can you share some of your favorite Filipino customs or traditions? There we go.
Okay. Since the Philippines is colonized by Spanish in around like 1700s, I think, to 1800s. So the Spanish inherited us is what you call fiesta. So the fiesta is like once a year. For example, in here in Iloilo City, they have what you call is dinagyang fiesta. And dinagyang fiesta is like probably a 1 week event where a lot of people wear masks, and it's like a tribe thing where you get to enjoy, where you get to like stress free. So it's like fiesta is like a cycle of enjoyment, because most of the people would rather want that every single day of the entire month. They want that, but it's so expensive, man. Like the events, for example, um, the event that is happening here, the Dinagyang, is like the ticket is like around like 3,500 peso, and I'll calculate that into a dollar. How much is that? 3,500. Yeah, it's $60. So for us here, that's actually very expensive. The 3.5, and I think you can get up to 10K peso. That'll be probably like $200 probably, because their strategy here in the city is to they really want foreigners to come in, and of course those foreigners have a lot of money. So yeah, especially in Boracay as well. So yeah, the fiesta is probably like the best in here.
That's good. That's good. How many languages can you speak?
So in terms of language, actually in here it's like a lot, man. Like it's probably I could say three. It's the Filipino type. So in here in the locals in the Iloilo, it's what you call Ilonggo. Ilonggo is the way when you talk, it's like you're singing. You're singing. Like I think I'm gonna give you example.
Bring it to me.
Let me think of it something. Uh, Demaris Cook, and then ay, kagwapo pod si Demaris Cook. So the meaning is that Demaris Cook is handsome,
Well, thank
and
you.
also and You have other languages like it stops at the end of the word, like you have the Cebuanos, you have the Capisnos, and then the tone. I think this is probably like the unique thing is like sometimes for some reason if the woman is mad at you, it feels like you're going to be in love because of how the accent and how the tone is going on. And sometimes when you say something like you're in love with him, like like her deliver to you is like he or she is pissed. Literally pissed off, but like he's engaging like "Palangga ta ka." It's just something like that. Like I love you, but for some reason, like when he or she says I love you, it's like he's pissed. I love you, just like that. So yeah.
They want you to feel it. Hold on.
Well, I like that. What do you think about it, Dimars? Because like I don't have like a close. I do have I have an uncle there living though, but I don't really have any kind of misconceptions. Like I mean, I think you can address to me that as well. You can explain it to me.
You know how we talked about stereotypes, like any misconceptions, like people think this, but it's not true.
People what?
Think something, but it's not true. Hold on, I got you.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Uh, Give me a sec. Something, but it's not true. What about you, man? What do you think about the Filipinos? I think I can start with that.
Me personally, I mean, you are the first one besides Manny Pacquiao that
Oh,
you know what I'm saying. So
so
you kind, you just been such big of a help. Like you got me when you told me about Google Drive. You made I found old work I did in high school up in there. Like, you know what I'm saying? So just your
yeah.
kindness, that's pretty much it. For real. The fact that you love fried chicken, that makes me love you even more. You know what I'm saying? Cause
Ah.
that's right in the heart. That's in the soul. You know what I mean? Uh,
Do you know that when Manny Pacquiao runs for a president in here, literally most of I think he like travels into different area, and he was giving away money, man. It's like around how much? The $10, and in here in the Philippines, it's like 1,000 pesos, and that like literally skyrockets. But most of the other people would like reline. When I say reline, they're like, we're going to line up and receive the money. And then once we receive the money, we go change our clothes and then we go in the line again.
I'm weak.
And like rinse and repeat. And the other people would wear hats and then again reline again. They would take it off, they would change, and then like that. They would reline again.
That's crazy. Hey, you gotta capitalize. I got another question though. Hold on. Tell me about a time when you had to come up with a creative solution to a problem when editing a video.
I mean, you've had to come up with a creative. Um, when you had to come up creative solution. So the ways on the creative solutions is, for example, I want something that it needs movement. That's what you call motion graphics. So a motion graphics is like, for example, this type of sticker. I don't know if you can. Yeah, this sticker. This is sticker like you can like make it float, but more in a way that you need to want something that catch in the eyes of the viewers itself. So if you like watch animation and stuff, they're like seriously good at this because when we study those, like for example, I think you know the cartoon Tom and Jerry, the physics of how Tom would run and then how Jerry would run as well. Like we study that like when a ball bounces, it needs that type of reaction towards it, and just like that you must be kind of bit of a detail so that the audience would know that it is seriously real. And for example, like Disney is so like very powerful at this. Like they have principles. Yes, that's the word. It's principle. Like when you create stuff, it's the important thing is that you know your software, because when you seriously master the software, man, I think you can go above, like above beyond the limitless. Like literally, you can just create things out of nowhere based on your imagination. And how will you be able to make it so real that is like, wow, this is amazing, man. It's like as if someone is unique, but you really need consistency to be this, to be like the master of it. Because for me in editing, like there's so many competitors out there, man. Like most of the people, like for me, like it's like a weird thing that our rates is like seriously like random. Sometimes um 10-minute video would be cost into like 100, and then the problem is that we have other competitors as well, other countries, probably India. uh I don't know why India just a part of our excuse me,
Bless you.
just a part of our area, I guess as well. But the important thing is that like as Filipinos, we in freelancing, like most of us have realized that helping each other is like the main thing, so that we can learn from much more experienced freelancers on how we can handle it, and how will we be able to help the client in their problems.
Yes, sir. So we're going to show some of your work that you done did for me on the YouTube.
Excuse me.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Okay, okay, man.
All right, hold on. I'm finna pull it up, man. Like I said, Matthew has he's taken the Lions Club to a whole nother level, man. We this is a partnership. This is just love. You know what I mean? And I greatly appreciate. Hold on, I gotta. Y'all know I be taking my time trying to get the stuff together. I probably should already had it loaded up, but it's okay. Actually, before we get into that, if you didn't see, we had the Valentine's Day raffle. This is some of the stuff that people won. You know, shout out to Nugget, KK with the gift card, Tyson, Tori. I appreciate y'all for tapping in to the raffle. But let's get into some of Matthew's work. Like this right here. Changed your view on life.
Oh wow, that is a good one, man. I got to think on that one.
Okay, I give
Yeah,
you time
you got me deep on that one.
I got
cut
you,
me
man.
deep.
This the questions I want to ask, man.
Cause I received throughout my life, man. I received a lot of advice, so it's just kind of hard to just choose one specific one because it have been instilled in me. It's like natural to me now. So I would say the greatest piece of advice I can receive is always play it cool, no matter what's going on. I compare myself to like a duck. You know, on the top of a surface, you see how a duck is cool, calm, and collected. It's like it's floating on the water, but underneath, the legs are moving like this. That's my mentality for life.
Oh, my goodness. That's my first time hearing that one. Hold on. That was my first time hearing that.
That's my mentality for life, man. Just keep it cool, man. A lot of things don't require your anger, your tears. It doesn't require that sometimes, So I just learned to, give what situation deserves my tear.
Best piece of advice that changed. We're going to show this one too. What was Muhammad Ali's original name? This is going to be for my own entertainment to play this. It's Kimberly Puckett. Congratulations. That was correct. Cassius Clay. Lashes. Lashes okay. Yo, what? That should not be that funny, bro. Lashes okay, brother. I love you, man. That dude's stupid. Hey, if you enjoy it, please leave a like. Lashes okay is crazy. Hey, that's hilarious. But yes, it's Cassius Clay. What was Muhammad Ali? Man, shout out to Matthew for them amazing videos, man. I greatly appreciate your service when it come to making them things. So what's the goal, man? What? Hold on, I'm finna text you. What's the goal for us working together?
So my goal is like I think for that next month I'm gonna deal with you on how will we be able to optimize your channel. Like we want not just to get from shorts. We can like need feedback towards the other people. Like for example, you can actually promote this on Facebook and YouTube as well. Like I want to look into something, it not just in the viewers but for other people that they would say, hey man, watch this, hey, this guy is funny, his podcast is good. It's like relating and the factful, like that's the important thing. The main goal is probably if we can hit the 1K subs, which which of course that's gonna be a huge super thing in the podcast. We're gonna be have to deal with other stuff as well. So something like that. The main goal is the growth because we still don't know what path is the podcast is going towards. So yeah, like that with the growth part.
Yes, sir. We love that growth. Um, what do you do for fun in the Philippines? Like besides hanging with family?
I mean, I can't hear you.
I got you. Hold on. And
Well, actually, probably I could say a lot. The fun thing that I really love is motorcycle rides. Yeah, I do own a big bike. It's what you call a Yamaha R15. Although that's only a low CC, probably I think you guys know R1, R6, the Jigsers, the big CC stuff. Um, for us here, that is seriously expensive. In you guys, it's like probably around only $5K to 10K. That's like the second hands. And I actually realized that most of the like older people than me, like probably 30s, 40s, they love old old types of motorcycles because like when they were young, they actually love that. Like literally, like they're into something that's even though it's old, it's like I don't get it. Like most of the old people, like, why they do want to ride this instead of riding the latest. I realized that when you own a motorcycle, the maintenance is seriously expensive, and depending on how much CC that you have to change the tires every 3 years. You have to change the what do you call that, the chains. You have to change the chains. And also, like, you have to be careful literally, because it depends on how much speed you're gonna ride, because no matter how 60, 40 mile per hour or kilometers per hour, like, that's gonna like literally f your life up. So like, be so conscious about that. The way I think I've been driving for like since I was 12 in a motorcycle. So how much is that? Like almost 8 years, 9 years. So yeah, like that. Like right now, the big bike is like for 4 years now, and I don't really want you to ride for a beginner. I don't want you to ride a sports bike because, man, it's like it's definitely pain in the back, man. Like for long rides, I don't recommend the sports bike because sometimes I either ride fast or slow. In here, the highways are not. I think it's different in there because in there I think it's like hours of driving, isn't it, Demaris? Isn't it like you like your country is like from to other like part of the areas is like 2 to 4 hours drive, like.
Are you if you go into a different city, no, but states, yes. Like,
Okay, I get it. Yeah,
yeah.
so yeah, in my hometown, since I'm in the Iloilo City, it's like in a motorcycle that would be like around 1 hour and 30 minutes to 45 minutes of drive. But if you ride a car, that would be like around 2 hour to 30 minutes, 2 hours and 30 minutes. But if you commute, it's like 3 hours, man, literally 3 hours. So yeah, it's nowadays it's hard to commute. It's expensive. It's like the prices just gone up, like, but our population is gone up as well, so it's definitely weird.
Okay, I got another. I'm sending the other question right now. Would you ever like to come to the USA?
Probably, but I would say it's just a vacation because like I when I was like a kid, I truly wanted to live in the US. But for some reason, like
Stay over
your
there.
virality
They
of
crazy over
how
here.
like some white people like do how they treat like the Asians and some other people, and I think that like scares the shit out of me. But for other cases, I don't want to experience that. Of course, you don't want to experience that, but like you just like what you like the second thoughts. Yeah, you're having second thoughts. Like, oh my god, man. You're like, I'm gonna have to deal with this stuff, man. Like for example, you're having dinner with your family, and for other reason, like there's going to be a weird person looking at you. What the hell are you doing? You're gonna be so creeped out because I mean you're a human, man. Like literally, even though we have different like you're like we're in a different country, we're still human, man.
That's what you tell
Yeah, exactly, man.
them. You tell them I'm eating. I'm minding my business. Um, Here's one more. Just the ultimate
Hmm.
question. The ultimate question.
What questions would you like to answer that never gets to ask you? Okay, that's actually a good question. Let me think about it. What questions? Ask that never. Huh. Let me think. I think this may take some time.
Yeah, you
The
good.
ultimate question. Okay. Ay.
It's a good one.
Yeah, yeah. You're like, what it's gonna be? Hmm.
Hold on. Hey, I pretty much asked you everything else. Um,
What's the question would you like to answer that never gets asked to you? Well, this is a heavy question for me.
Hey, I love it. I love it, bro.
uh,
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 how do you?
Probably, no. Hmm. What's the question like you never asked? Oh yeah, this is I think this might be in terms of my feelings, but the question that it never asks gets asked to me is like, how is it going, bro? Like saying kamusta ka. When you say kamusta ka, it's as if you're checking up on him. Like, yeah, hey man, how is it going? So probably that's the question that it never gets asked to me, because when you're with your friends, most of the time you just want to talk stupid, dumb things, and like that. Sometimes, as a man in this modern generation, it's effed up the way on how it is supposed to be, I guess. So yeah.
Well, how's it going, Matthew? Are you all right?
Yeah, man, I'm fine. I never, to be honest, like this podcast, like I never thought that this is gonna happen, because, like, before this is gonna happen, I did visualize that for some of the reasons I'm gonna be talking with a man, and I never thought, yeah, it's gonna happen.
You had a vision of this?
uh,
That's crazy.
yeah, most of the time my visions are just thoughts, and sometimes for some reason, like my my gut feeling, it sometimes it says this is gonna happen, but of course I don't really, come to the think of it, believe it, because visions are just gonna stay that way, and then for some other reason they really do exist. For I think that's how the human mind works. So yeah, for example, you have a goal, and that goal, you don't really need to procrastinate towards it, because you're just envisioning the future of, okay, this is what's gonna happen. It's gonna be this, and then in reality, oh no, it's in the other side. It went seriously wrong. But the right mindset is, how will you be able to make that future? It's if this is you, and this is your goal, like you need to move instead of like stay and think. It's like you need to drive that momentum so that you can get to the goal. And this is the important thing. It's the process, the way on how will you be able to get the goal, and then unexpectedly you're just gonna get it. It's like that's the most probably important thing. So yeah.
That was beautiful. Hold
It's getting hot in here.
on. Well, um, that's crazy, y'all. I joked with Matthew. I said I straight had to connect with somebody halfway across the world to get some help for the Lions Club, man. And Matthew was like, you know what? That's a badass thing to say. And you know what, Matthew? You absolutely right. So we gonna do closing remarks, and we gonna head up out of here.
Closing. So, thank you for watching the Lions Club podcast, guys.
Yeah.
Me and Demaris are gonna work together. Like, since we're gonna have like a lot of people now, probably in the future, but we're going to figure it out on how we be able to make the podcast grow, and the ones who stay, you guys, we're going to be very appreciative about this. Like very, like we don't want you to be hyped up right now, because like I can't really promise, or the show can't really promise anything, but we're going to figure it out and how we will be able to grow it. Like literally, man, I'm going to figure it out on how the podcast like grow, because Man, podcast is super like a thing nowadays because I think you can observe it to other channels as well. Like probably one day it's going to be a thing because you're creating content out of what's in here. That's the thing. You're not creating a long video. It's only a short. It's relatable. It's storytelling. It's you created it. It's that's the thing. You created the story. So yeah. Thank you guys.
Well, thank you,
Thank you,
Matthew.
Demarius.
Yes, sir, man. Um, we appreciate y'all for tuning in to the 22nd episode of the Lions Club. We got Matthew, man, all the way from the Philippines, man. Like that, y'all just don't understand how mind blowing that is, man. Like I'm so blessed to connect with you, man. So, like I said, just be on the lookout for any other work that we gonna drop, and we gonna see. Happy Valentine's Day again. Shout out to all my winners. Um, I love y'all. I greatly appreciate y'all. And we finna sign on up out of here, man, with a song. Peace. Yeah.
Bye guys.
Yeah.